Hi, everybody. Welcome to 21 Days Until Christmas. Today is number 20. So, I am going to be your guest and the host as well. My name is Maria Ortiz. You can follow me on social media on the Maria Speakslove. I am on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Um, you can follow me there. You can send me a message if you like to be in one of the shows. So welcome. I have a company called Web Shows Vegas, and this is dedicated to create shows, web shows for now during due to the current situation, but eventually they're gonna be live. So if you ever wanna be on one of my shows, please contact me. So let's get going to 20 days until Christmas. So I was choosing the background, and then I saw this one that I like. It's a Christmas tree with snow. And here in Las Vegas, we have Charleston Mountain. So we go to the mountains for snow. And it's just amazing to see when you come in to see the cabins that they have snow on top and the way people is dressed. And then you'll see trucks along the way that are stuck in the snow and they're getting pulled out. And it's just like soon as you go there, it's like another world, right? So we live in the city, and it's a touristic city that is oriented to hospitality business. So hotels, restaurants is our most it's one of our biggest opportunity for income, money into the city, as well as shows, as like singers, performers, conventions. All of that is a big part of Las Vegas, and we also have upcoming the Raiders. That is going to be a sports event that the Raiders. How you call it? I'm stuck on it. The stadium. The stadium, the Raiders stadium. So that's gonna be a switch on, a twist on what we are, what we're known for, which is gambling, prostitution, having fun, Disneyland for adults. And but we're also a city that has a story that has been growing so much in the last 20 years. I've been here 23 years, and it's just amazing to see how the city has grown. So going back to Charleston, when you go there, it's like another world. You go there, you bring your snow items or your gear. You know, you want to have some fun. So I remember one time we went when Nate was little, and his dad and I got into this. It's like a snowboard, but it was kind of thick. So we went from the top of the one of the hills. So we went all the way down, and going all the way down, we almost hit the tree. And it was scary because his brothers and sisters were on the top of the hill, and they were yelling, like scaring, like, "Oh my God, you guys are gonna fall! You're gonna hit the tree!" And we landed so close, but when we before we landed, we almost like we hit the tree on the side, but we didn't impacted it because the plastic of the slide was kind of thick. It looked more like one of those things that you bring when you're swimming. So it was thick, and we were sitting inside. But it was very scary. At the same time, it was very fun, right? We laughed a lot because we saw it like really close. Like we were coming so fast, and we almost hit the tree. So we thought, we're going to have an accident right here. And then somehow the slide went to the side of the tree, and we landed further down on the on the snow. And it was just fun, and we just kept laughing because everyone was scared, and they said, "Oh my God, we cannot believe you guys are okay." So all of us were young. It was a young group. I probably was 27 at the time, and we were like the oldest of the group. So his brothers and sisters were even younger. They were in their 20s. So it was really fun. It's one of those experiences that happens when you're younger, right? When you have this energy, you're full of energy, full of joy, and nothing scares you. I remember being a little girl and doing cartwheels, and I'm afraid to do it now. And I used to jump on the walls, get on the trees, and play like a tomboy, like boys games. And For me, playing with dolls, it was boring. I love to ride the bicycles, to play with the trains and cars, and to be running and very active. It was fun to be out. And where I'm from rains a lot, so a lot of the times we were playing outside. We play in the mud, so we will come home and we're all dirty, and we had to be inside the house at 10 o'clock. So if we were in there by the time, like around 9, my mom will start coming out the door. So where we live, our house was high, like the door was high, and we were down here playing on the mud with all the kids getting dirty, and everybody's laughing, and it's already like 9 o'clock, and we've been out since like 5. And so my mom will come out, and she'll be mad. She'll be, "What time are you guys coming in?" And we'll be, "Oh, mom, we're coming, mom, we're coming." And then she'll come out like 9:30 again. "Well, it's about time. You guys need to be here." And then we'll be, "Yeah, yeah, we're coming." In another 10 minutes, and then she'll be really mad. "You guys really need to come in right now because it's about to be 10 and you guys need to take a shower," right? That was my mom, and I can just remember how adorable she was, even when she was mad, so caring and always upset about us not listening because we were having so much fun. And when I lived there wasn't many cars because most people didn't have a car. So that was another adventure when I came along because they have the lights on. And in my country, it's very common that people who drive trucks or like young men, they have their stereo on, and it's like high. People don't say, "Oh, turn it down," because it's young neighborhoods. It's a lot of kids. It's a lot of Jews, and so they will have the stereo on, and it will be like the songs that are for the season, or it will be usually the albums will get released in December, and so will be the new song for the new group that we like, or the new singer. That's when you will hear it. And it was especially guys that will come from US that will do that. And I remember when my cousins went back, and I remember one time I had a boyfriend that went back. So I always liked when men came back and the jackets that they brought. Jackets, it was something amazing. So we were loving and caring. So we had, our family and even exes and people. It's just a very loving culture. You're very demonstrative of the love and affection. So I remember my cousins, and this particular time when my boyfriend came back, I was probably like 17. So he had a puffy jacket, and it was a square jacket, similar like to the shirt I had on the previous video yesterday. But it was a puffy jacket. So when you hug the man or the boy, this is like young people, so young, so like handsome and so full of life. So I remember hugging him and feeling this jacket. It was puffy and it was so soft. It's like it feels like you're touching a baby's face when you're touching that jacket. So it is important, guys, if you look in the video, buy a nice jacket because we love it. Those are memories that we cherish. Those are memories that we remember about you. I remember my oldest brother, one time he went back and he had a puffy jacket, and there was another one in like a camel color, and it was just a heavy jacket. It had like the inside of it was more like a blanket, and it was really cute. Like he looked really nice on it. So as soon as he came, my little sister says, "I want the jacket." And I said, "No, you're not gonna take it out of him. Let him have it. He looks so good on it." And she said, "No, I want it." So she managed to ask him for it, and he was super kind. He was loving. He loved us as he was our dad, and he said, "Yeah, you can have it." And it looked super big on her. She was tiny, and but she loved clothes. She loved men's clothes. I remember one time she came home, and one of her friends that came from here to also give her jeans. There was like Levi's jeans, and so in Mexico we didn't have the fabric wasn't that thick, and I remember these jeans being like a dark blue, almost like navy blue, and the stitches were yellow, and they looked so beautiful. and it's like guy's jeans, right? So the waist is like wide, and it's just these jeans that are like kind of straight, like not for a body's woman. And she was a skinny girl, skinny and tall. And it was funny because she would like grab a belt and put the jeans on, and they were so big on her. And she would get leggings inside, like two different ones that were thick, like winter leggings. She'll get like two of those inside, and she'll wear the jeans, and they were still super big. But she was so proud, so she'll put on those super big jeans and the jacket she got from my brother, and she was like walking so proud. She was having a hard time deciding what kind of shoes she was wearing because the pants were so big. So she had to pull them up and kind of make them like make the food smaller. So she just looks so funny. It's like thinking of her, I'm thinking like when you go like to these Halloween places, or you go like to the circus, and there's this guy on stacks that they look like super tall, and they have like big clothes, and that's kind of what I think of her when I remember that, because she looked kind of like that, tall and skinny with super big clothes, and dressing up like a man. It was just so funny. It's so funny. And so now I have two boys, and I recently bought a jacket for Alex, just the same way that kind of jacket I used to like. And I have bought another one not too long ago. And I've been buying those kind of jackets for him. And if I have a boyfriend, I'll be buying a jacket like that. The last boyfriend I had, I remember when I bought a jacket like that. He said, I don't like square shirts. I said, okay, well, you don't have to wear it. If you don't want it, I can keep it and I can always send it to Mexico. There is always someone who wants it. He said, no, wait, I want it. I said, okay. And then later on, I bought one for myself the same way. And then, like with the lamp inside, it looks like a blanket. And so I had it on the dining room, one of the chairs. And he said, whose jacket is that? I said, it's mine. He said, where do you buy it? And then I told him, and he says, oh, you really like square jackets? I said, yeah, because it's a happy memory. It reminds me of hugging people that I love, and how soft it felt and how warm it was. Because if I would put my hands inside, his body was so warm and comfortable, and then I'll be on his chest, and then I'll feel the softness of the jacket, right? So our way of being romantic and silly and keeping memories alive. So you know how important it is to make memories. I talk about it a lot in my videos. How important it is that you make memories and being able to look back. Like I see Judy Morio's Facebook. She has a lot of pictures when she was modeling and going traveling the world and being on TV and magazine covers. And it's amazing to see that that is the woman that she was, so young, so beautiful. And time goes by so quick. You'll be amazed. Like I'm amazed how I look now compared to what I how I looked 10 years ago, even 5 years. And your face really does change. And right now, this is the time when we gain weight and we start seeing fat cells in our body. At least I am starting to see fat cells because I haven't exercised lately. But I live at a two-story home, so I need to start going up and down those stairs more often because I tend to be lazy. If I need something, I'll be yelling at Alex. Alex, please bring me my purse. Can you find my keys? Where's my phone? Can you get it for me? And it's like he's dealing with this child, right? And he says, Mom, are you sure you're okay? You're always forgetting things. So I don't know if I'm getting older or I'm just, having him doing everything for me, but it's fun. Also because he's overweight, I like him to move and exercise. So when I ask him for those things, and especially when I'm in a hurry, he doesn't think about that he's exercising at the same time. So it's typically coming upstairs to get it, or if I'm downstairs and he'll have to come up anyway. So I don't give him time to think, because when you give people time to think, they're gonna say no. So I'm like demanding, like, can you please get it for me? Like it's an urgency, right? And he's running like, okay. It's like, oh, you again, so annoying. But he doesn't. He's very kind, very loving and caring. So, what are your memories about Christmas? I remember going to church with my mom, and this is Mexico, right? So you hear the Ave Maria. So, Ave Maria, gracia plena, Maria, gracia plena. Maria, gracia plena, Ave. And there are songs that got ingrained within your soul. I remember when I went to church, there was a clock that didn't have batteries, so it wasn't on time. But even that clock was right 2 times a day. So I kept on thinking on that anytime I went because I thought the clock is a stop, but it's right 2 times a day at 7 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock at night. That was the time on the clock. And it's amazing how we keep memories that are so vivid. And you just start talking about a memory, and then more memories come out. It's the treasure of memories that we have inside our brain, but it's also the treasure of memories that we have inside our heart. And those that get ingrained into our soul are just so beautiful. Amazing. And what are your memories? Sometimes we have to go to another country to experience the snow. Like I never had that experience in Mexico. We didn't have a mountain to go to. At least no one taught me ever. We hardly travel anywhere. I remember one time when I was 5, my mom took us to Mexico City, and then you go to Toluca, and there was this family of pandas, and I was super happy because this is the first time we got to go out of the small city where we live. And my mom's sister lived in Mexico City, and they have another one who lived in Toluca. So you go to Toluca, and they take us to the zoo. And there was this like pandas, and it was just amazing to take pictures with them. Like for you as a child, is an amazing experience. They took us to Xochimilco. So Xochimilco is when you see the boats, and they have like people's names, and you see couples in there, and it's just so romantic, and all this colorful adornments and food, like the smell of food, and the beautiful environment as you walk in the morning in there, right? So my mom is this beautiful lady who loves cooking, and she loves family, and she loved having daughters. She has 6 of us. So you can always hear the joy, and she was so happy anytime we went out because people would tell her how pretty we were, and my mom was just delighted. You can see her smile. The smile. She was beautiful, attractive woman, very kind, and people enjoy talking to her a lot. So it was annoying going out and coming back home because then we would be on the way, and there was this street close to home, like couple streets before getting home, where she had this family. It was an older lady that really liked her. So mom would like to stop by, and they had you come into this house, and there is like a lot of chairs. It's a big room, and it's a lot of chairs that go like that. They go like, oh, you can see my hands. So they go straight up, and then they end up like that. So they go like this, and it's everybody there. So we will go there and sit in one of those chairs, and soon enough, it's like 30 minutes, it's an hour, and we're tired and we want to go to sleep. And mom, please let's go, please let's go. And they just kept on talking and talking. And I'll be like, oh my God, I don't want to stop there. I know they love you, but I'm just tired. I want to go home. And but that was my mom. She had people that appreciate her and love her. And I remember her having older ladies as her friends. It wasn't typically people her age. Like men love my mom. Men love to say hi to her, just to be acknowledged, just to say hi. That you don't age. How you do it? Yeah, I saw you 10 years ago, and you look the same way. And I will always get that. Men being attracted to mom, but also families and older ladies, where she will say, "Well, I'm going to my friend Amalia's." and she'll leave like four houses on the side of the house, and then they'll be sitting out talking, and they're talking for like 2 hours, and then I will go and check on her, and they're talking, and Amalia will be crying, telling the mom about the family situation, or that she was feeling sick, or she was having a hard time with the new daughter-in-law and stuff like that. So we were going to the house, and it was a rich house. Everything was built like beautifully, super clean, and I just love seeing that. Sitting at the kitchen and seeing a beautiful house with a beautiful floor. It was blue, and the house was blue, and this lady who was super dedicated, super clean. And my mom loved having the house clean as well. And she had a lot of women, so there was no problem. Each of us will have to do something, and that's where I come from. Very loving environment. They protected us so much. They loved us so much. I am one of the youngest, so my little sister is right after me, and I always felt the protection and the love, and they will always check on us. But I was most of the time with my little sister. We were like inseparable. We will go together everywhere, and so we grew together, and they will always check on us. And I remember my mom sometimes calling me her name. Her name is Anna, and they should say, "Oh no, no, you're Lola, and she's Anna." So my name is Maria Dolores, and they call me Lola or Lolita. That's my name when I was little. So even now, when I call my mom, and she's like, "Who's calling?" I'm like, "Me." She says, "Oh, Lolita, how are you? I'm so happy that you're calling." So there are these names, that they call you when you're little, and you can be growing up, and I might become a grandma, and she'll probably still call me Lolita, or sometimes she calls me Maria now, because when I send her money, I that's what it says on the transfer, Maria Ortiz. And what happened is that I stole my older sister's name. So five of us is Maria, and then a second name. But my first, the older sister, she's Maria Luisa, and uh, Luis is my dad's name, and he passed away so young. So we never call her Luisa. We just call her Maria. She was Maria. And then the second one was Teresa, even though she was Maria Teresa. The third one is Margarita, and is long enough, so she didn't have Maria. And the other one is Maria del Carmen, so we call her Carmen. And I am Maria Dolores, so they call me Lolita. And the little one is Ana Maria now. She has a Maria as a middle name, and we call her Ana, or the baby, the little one, the skinny one. We call her Flaca. So Flaca means skinny. Flaca is more like a skull. It's like a bunny, and there is a song in Spanish that says, "Por un beso de la flaca daría lo que fuera, tan solo por un beso de la flaca daría lo que fuera, aunque solo uno fuera." So basically, what it says is, for a kiss of the skinny one, I will give anything, even if it was only one kiss. So that's what it is. La Flaca song. So we call her Flaca, La Flaca, the skinny one, because she was tall and skinny, and my mom is short. She was probably like 5'1" or 5'2", maybe when she was younger. Probably now she's like 5, and and so the rest of us were short, or one of them will be a little taller, but my sister is the one, the little one is the one that grew the tallest, and she was the only one that was skinny. The rest of us tend to be chubby easily. It's very easy for me to get fat, to get a chubby face. You can still see my cheeks over here. It's that's from my mom. And also my body, it's very easy for me to gain curves, to gain fat cells, and it's not so easy to lose it. So I don't like it. I don't enjoy it at all. I like to have some curves, but I don't like the fat. So, and I still get it. I used to be chubby when I was little, and now I became in peace with it. Now when I see my body like that, it just reminds me of my mom. Whenever I saw her naked or getting dressed, it was just so funny to see her belly. I'll be like, "Why do you look like that? You're not pregnant anymore. Why is your belly like that?" She'll be, "Well, I'm just fat." And I'll be like, "Why?" why do you look pregnant? Like you're not getting pregnant anymore. Why is that belly so big? I couldn't understand, why a belly can get so big like that. And Mexico is not a country where, when I lived there, it wasn't a country where you see people overweight. It was like older people, like older ladies, like I don't know, up to like 60. Then they start getting big, and some of the girls have like really nice bodies because we walk everywhere. It's a lot of exercise, and we stayed very active. We didn't have gyms, but we were very active. So really nice bodies, small waist, slender bodies, and very attractive females everywhere you went. And then when they will get married, then you start seeing, like I used to be size 5 before I got married. So you see these skinny ladies like 5'7", 9" the most. And then they got married and they got like size 11 or like 12, 13. You see these big girls that used to be like, you see a girl size 5 going into like a size 11. And that was like, oh my God, am I going to look like that? So I remember when I gave birth to Nate. I went up to size 9 and I hated it because I have fat on the back of my arms and in here too. And I had like a double chin and I had like two bellies. Like you can see, my belly was cut in half and I had two bellies, and that was horrible. I remember buying jeans size 9, and they wouldn't close me at the waist, or sometimes they will close me, but and then the rest of the body was more like a 7. And I just hated it. I hated the big stomach and having like fat like that, because I never was like, I was a size 5 slender girl. Like I barely had any belly, like and I have beautiful legs because I love like all the walking, all the walking and going everywhere, and I love exercising my legs, so my legs were toned. And then I come here, and then they tell me, well, you have to eat ice cream and like 12 grapes, and you have to drink a liter of milk because your baby's too small. And they kept on pushing me for me to gain 25 pounds then. And then soon enough, I'm like this big lady, depressed because I don't want to look that way. And so I told my husband at the time I want to join the gym. And he said no. So I'll be going outside the apartments and running around on the grass and playing with my son. And then when he was 3 years old, I said, I don't like this. So I started taking pills to lose the fat because I didn't like my look. I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel pretty. And I didn't feel that that's the way I wanted to look, and I didn't want it to keep it for life. So I started taking pills, and it was these pills that when I took them, it will make my heart rhythm like fast. And so I saw an article or some news about it, and that said that it was a risk of heart attack if you keep on drinking that, not drinking, well, taking those pills. And I know the name, but I don't want to tell you the name. so so I stopped taking them, and then I eventually had to exercise and being really careful about what I ate. But yeah, your body can definitely change. And I know you're feeling fat right now. Most of us are gaining weight, and it's not even Christmas. Wait till it's Christmas when all the food comes in and you get all these invitations. And especially now that we're home and we're not exercising, like it's so easy to gain the weight. And we just keep on buying bigger clothes. I did some shopping around Thanksgiving because there's really good deals. And then I'm looking at the clothes I used to wear, and then I'm thinking, I don't need anything. I have so many clothes. But the sad part is that a lot of the ones I have, they don't fit me. I have to buy bigger now, and it's just that I can see myself already beginning January and making those goals to lose the weight, just like thousands and thousands of us that we are like very willing to lose the weight. And then you go out and it's super cold. It's like so chilly. The end of January is the coldest time. At least here in Vegas, it's even colder than December. And you're like, oh no, wait, Jose, not right now. Maybe when it's March. I remember I had a lady for lashes one time. She was like 60, and she said she looked really nice. It was so nice to see her belly, like very flat, like a like a six pack. And We call it lavadero. So lavadero is is where you wash your clothes manually. So they're made of concrete in Mexico, and they have this like bumps, you know. And so some of them, the cheapest ones are little bumps, and the more expensive are bigger. So we call it a stomach of lavadero, you know. And so, but here it's called six pack. So I saw this lady with this six pack on her belly, and she said that like younger guys in their 20s will always like come up to her and be like, "You have to train me. I want you to train me." Right. And it's just amazing what people go for. It's not necessarily that they wanted to be trained. They wanted to have her as a companion. And she says, and I said, well, how do you feel? She says, well, it's kind of funny, you know, it's nice, but I'm thinking that these kids could be like my grandkids, like they're 20s, I'm already like close to 60. And I tell you know, that's funny. Like you build a nice body and it's amazing. Like what kind of age group follows you or think you're available or think is a possibility. So yeah, that's what is on the way, guys and girls. Like they run to lose the weight again and just going back to being this slender, beautiful person we used to be. So let me think of another song. I definitely think I believe in you from Celine Dion. And I don't know what's your song in English. What does it remind you of? I'm thinking right now that when I chose Nate's name, we were at a Christmas Eve mass. And when they say the name, I was dating my boyfriend who became my husband. And we said, if we had a boy, that's the name we're going to put him. So it's Nathanael. It means God is with us. And there are those moments that have a significance to them, and you remember and you look back and how did I know that that was happening? You know, sometimes it's those like it's like a candle that turns on the light. It's this candle lights moments where out of the blue, for no apparent reason, you know what is going to happen, and it feels happiness, it feels joy, it feels excitement, you know, of talking about something that is not even there yet. We probably dated about maybe a couple more years, at least a year. I didn't get pregnant until like a year later after we were married. So it was definitely given to us at least 2 3 years before with the certainty, you know. And it's funny how now that's his name. Now I call him Nate because his number is 8. Everything around Nate is 8. His month, his day, his year, it's all digits of 8. His name is 8 letters, so it's all in harmony. And I study numerology a lot, and I tell him that he is a mirror. So whenever you come into his presence, he's a mirror. Whatever you see in him, that's who you are. And it annoys me sometimes because we fight a lot. And I know that, but I don't remind him of that. I'm always right. I'm very stern, and he gets mad at me. Like, oh, you're so stern. I'm like, okay, whatever. You don't need to tell me anything. And everyone is different, you know. They both of them have the ability to heal with their hands, him and Alex. And it's just funny how I look into people's personalities with numerology, with their name, with their astrological sign, with life's purpose, and so much I can analyze someone so much. Like when I've been with people for a while, I already know what they're all about. I can read their facials, in their face. I can read their personality, their lips, their nose. I can see people has the ability to make money. So if you want to rate that on people, so people who has the nose down like me, like I don't have it down that much, but people who has the nose down, if you want to look up Jeff Sibilico, he's a comedian, is one of NSA members. And Judy was just telling me about him. And I saw one of his videos on TV. And I was amazed to see how low his nose, the tip of his nose is down here. And he's someone that has even a bigger ability than I do to make business on his own. So people that has the nose down, that is the ability to make business on yourself. When people have the chin, right here is the ability to keep money, physically save it, acquire it. And when people has the double chin, it's even bigger. So it's just interesting, when you learn to read facials. And I have a fun time anytime I meet someone because they don't know what I know about them, and it's just so funny to me. And it's funnier when they lie to me, and I'm looking at the personality, and if I already make the math on their numbers, if I already know when they were born, and then I start asking those questions. It's like, how is your relationship to your mom? What do you think about your dad? And then I kind of know what to expect. Some guys, they just don't have a good relationship with their mom, so they're not gonna treat you right. They're not gonna be considerate. And I remember one time I was dating, after I got divorced. There was this guy, and he got so mad. He says, "Do you ever consider dating me?" I say, "No, I don't like you. I don't like the way you express. I don't like your tattoos." He said, "Oh, you're like, you're too picky." I said, "No." And he said, "Well, then what is the reason you're keeping me all this time?" I said, "Well, I've been studying you." He said, "What the hell?" He says, "So you've been studying me like a rat in a laboratory, and you decided that I'm not up to your standards?" I said, "Well, I don't know if I didn't mean it that way, but I've been studying you, and I know that you're not someone I want to have a relationship with. It's just you're not someone I will match." And he was so mad at me. So, sorry. I just have so much fun with people, I have fun with myself. I laugh about myself a lot. I laugh about the ideas that I get, and how brave I feel to make them. And I know when I'm older, I'm gonna look back at these times, and just think how crazy I was. I know that I'm crazy, but how crazy are you? I just made my website not too long ago. So I have two hashtags, and one is crazy, the other one is creative. And those go attached to love, because when you're in love, when you love people, when you love yourself, when you love to create, that's what comes out of you. Crazy creative inventions, crazy creative projects, crazy creative stuff that the people follows and like. And I invite you to do that, to be crazy creative. So that is the message for today. 20 days until Christmas. I invite you to be crazy creative, and revive your memories, and have fun. Crack up yourself, and just that happens to me a lot. That when I'm talking, and I'm laughing, but I'm seeing the image, and it's just funny. Like when I'm talking to Nate, like when I'm talking and I'm seeing the image, it's like they can see what I'm seeing. Like at least Nate can pick that up, and we're just laughing and laughing, like we can't stop laughing because the way I say it and the way I stop laughing, like he sees it, and then it's like he has to start laughing in order to him to articulate what he wants to say back. And when Alex is more of soulful communication, he's more of like a little nurse, like caring, protective, and it's almost like he's my dad. Like in a way, he's always checking on me. He's very loving, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he'll come on the side and be like, "Are you still working? Can I use the computer?" And I'm like, "I'm almost done. I'm almost done." I've been on the computer for like 6 in the morning till like 11 at night. Last night I was up until past 3. Oh, let me tell you about why I was up so late. I'm reading the Latinas 100 book, this project I'm on with Adriana Rosales. It's beautiful. I wish you can speak Spanish so you can read the Spanish stories. So the one draft she sent, and it has part of the stories in Spanish and the rest in English. So we get to vote for the Spanish version we like the most and the English version we like the most. So the stories are just amazing. The way we express in Spanish is it's fun. It's so it's wise, but it is fun at the same time. I was reading a story of a lady. I don't remember her name right now, but she said that she laughs about the tragedies in her life. She has a son that was shot in the brain, and I don't remember how old he is, but he has an 8-year-old. So basically, what happened to her son is that her son became like an 8 year old, and he's in prison because he was accused of vandalism and fighting. And so he hired an attorney. She hired an attorney that stole her money. And she says, it's funny that her son, who is, let's say he's 35, I don't remember the age. So her son, who is 25, he behaves like an 8 year old. And the 35-year-old has an 8 year old son. So when grandma takes the 8 year old grandson to the son, they play like 8 year olds, and they also fight like 8 year olds. So she says it's funny because it's dad and son, they play like 8 year old kids. And so she had hired an attorney who stole her money. And she says, well, I think my son is better in there because I don't know how will I take care of him. And she says, they have him like go get me things, like he's a go-getter for them. I kind of can see Alex when I'm having grabbing things for me because he's 8 years old. And she says, I don't know if I will be able to take care of him at home. And she says the reason why they take care and appreciate him very much is because she goes and out of her paycheck, she goes and delivers meals to the jail, to the people in prison. And they just love her. And she found a way to make it funny. She found a way to joke about the tragedies that have happened in her life. And maybe that is another one for you that you're watching. Why are you being obsolete? What are you watching? What are you learning? And let us learn to laugh about our tragedies. And this is probably a time when we're experiencing something like that, and we need to get out of our shell and share. I invite you to come on the show. You're welcome to come in and share with me, sing along, tell me your memories, laugh with me, laugh at yourself, and share, because it's amazing to share with people who love you when they see you. Um, it's beautiful for me that I keep on uploading videos. And like my sisters in Mexico, they don't speak English, and they keep on putting, like, there's a sister I have, her name is Teresa, Tere Ortiz, and she just loves me. Like, I'm amazed when I do. Like the other day, I did Judy Morgan's interview, right? And it's English, and they don't understand what I'm saying, but she's just happy to see me. She just loves me, and she's my favorite sister, and she's a loving individual, and so fortunate to have her. She's just like my mom, in another way. Like, she's more quiet, more shy. She's just this loving individual, and she just loves me. She loves to see me, so she's the one who will be giving me likes and liking my videos. So that's why sometimes I do a little Spanish, because I know they laugh. They laugh when they see me, and just that kind of reaction. People who loves you and friends that get to share with you, and see that you're real. How you look on the video, how you are. I did a speech the other day for Toastmasters, for my Pro Toastmasters, and Dr. Daddy evaluated me. So while I was doing the speech, I was laughing. And the reason I was laughing is because the topic is love in the time of COVID, and how it has changed our approach to love. So I can't help laughing, because it's funny what I'm talking about and what I'm recommending people to be romantic on. I'm going to be making that video, that PowerPoint. I'm going to make it a video so you can watch it. So on the evaluation, she told me, I see that you tend to laugh a lot. So I recommend that you keep that out of the presentation. And and I love her. She's awesome. She gave me amazing recommendations. She also told me that I needed to mention the expert where I was focusing my investigation on. And then so later I had to show the book. And it's I actually have it right here, I think. How to Be Romantic from Gregory J.P. There. Sometimes it's hard to show on to show on videos the images just because of the lighting. So it has like a bowl of it looks like cereal, but it's more like candies. And so I had to show the video, and I said, sometimes it's part of our personality that even people knows that you act that way. It still comes across like harsh, like, how can you do that? Or this is more serious, and it's just um, I think it's part of the personality that you have, that when people get used to you to be that way, then they miss that. I remember when one time I made a speech about relaxing into aging. So aging, so age, getting old. And so I talk about how can we make it softer, how can we relax into aging and make it a part of our life and make it a part of something that is happening regardless if we like it or not. And so I remember Dara is when we do the round robin, and Dara said, I like your speech, I like the message, but I don't like you serious because you're always laughing. And I said, well, what do you want me to do? I'm talking about aging, getting old, how can I laugh about it? She said, yeah, but still, I'm not used to you like this. So, what is people used to you like? How often do you let your personality come out? Is like when we have these big bodies, we gain this weight, and there is a beautiful person inside there, but we don't let it out. And the same thing happens with our personalities. There is a beautiful person inside you, there is a beautiful child, but you don't let it out. You don't let it enjoy. And sometimes it takes talking to people for them to tell you. I remember I was having a training in the middle of getting divorced. I was around 29 years old. And we have a psychologist, and he was a male. And he sat down at the table with me, and he said, I see a beautiful woman inside of you, but you don't let it out. You don't let her permission to come out. And it was just shocking that he could see that on me. And now I understand, the woman was there, but I didn't allow her to come out. I needed to be this a serious lady who is like very how do you call it, proper, always very proper. And I didn't let the one out that was fun and entertaining and having a good time, and not being worried about everything, and not being wanting to be perfect, and not being wanting to be liked and appreciated by family members. I had to be a good mom. It's not that I'm not anymore, I am in a different way. I don't think they appreciate me now much more, but Alex says Nate doesn't. He says I changed so much, but it's because I gained wisdom, and every time I come up with wise stuff, he gets mad at me because I don't let him get to me, and sometimes I have to, say things he doesn't like. But it's just and I don't let anyone rob me of my happiness anymore. And that's something that I learned doing the self love work, that I don't let people rob me from my happiness. I live I live to be myself. I create my spaces where no one can bother me, where I can be me, and I go and enjoy time with people who allows me to be me. And that me is happy. That me is I'm not gonna tell you I don't have sad moments. I do have a lot of them. I cry a lot. I'm a crybaby. I cry so much, and but sometimes it's happiness, sometimes it's joy, sometimes it's appreciation for the house where I live, because that was the house of my dreams since I was like 12 years old. Even younger, I dreamed with a house like the one where I live now. I'm grateful for sleeping on the bed where I'm sleeping. Um, that my kids have their own bedroom. I didn't have my own bedroom until I was 18, and I only had it for a while. So there are many aspects that I have been able to provide for them that I didn't have, and that makes me happy. That makes me feel appreciation for myself. That makes me love myself, and how much I have accomplished, and how peaceful our life can be if we don't fight with each other, and just creating that environment for your family, for your family. It's a way of recognizing, how well you have done it, even in tough situations, and how you are blessed. And earlier, my son was telling me, there is always someone that saves you, and he gets mad at that sometimes, that a lot of miracles happen in my life, and I laugh about it. And the reason I laugh about it is not because I'm laughing at him. I'm laughing at the ability to be blessed, and the ability to believe that I deserve, and then I want to receive, and that I'm okay receiving miracles, that I'm okay receiving help, that I am okay receiving opportunities, that I am okay creating more and creating and paving the way for a better life. And when that life arrives, I know that I'm gonna be grateful, that I'm gonna be appreciated because I am now. And I can only imagine how my life is going to be when I'm older. And if at any time from now on God takes me, I'm ready. I've been ready for a while. I'm not afraid to die. And if at any time is my time, I'm ready. I'm ready to live. But while I'm here, you're gonna get to know me. You're gonna see that woman that wasn't allowed to come out back then. This is me. This is me, and you're gonna see me. You're gonna see all the expressions of me. And if you're gonna learn something from me tonight, don't allow people to rob your happiness. I love you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.